Hey guys, it's Raven Scry. Today I'm just following on from my last video that I shared with a reading for humanity and anything that needs to be shared at this time. I'm just going to open it up and leave the question, pose the question to Spirit for any information that needs to be shared with you all today. So I'm going to invite Spirit close for anything they wish to share in regards to humanity. I'm feeling this sense of rapid movement taking place. It's like I'm being shown this wild movement into the future. It's very driven by, I want to say, it's a lot of harsh energies. I'm being reminded of Mars energies, of like gung-ho, a forcing nature, pushing into the future, and there's a lot of heat behind it. Heat, and I want to say the heat is feeling very connected to sickness, but sickness in people who are unwell, and it feels that they are already naturally not healthy people. It's like this intense toxicity that is coming out. Now, of course, I want to connect this to the whole COVID story, but it's like I'm being presented with sickness it's like some sickness that is forced to come out, inflammation and heat that is being forced to purge. It feels like this is not COVID. It feels like this is somebody's purging, and it's fire hot, and it's like there is so much intensive energy currently going on from all sides, all angles, and it's hard to see through it. It's like this pressure, pressure cooker. It's like all this pressure is on, and it's like make the right choice, make the right choice. It's, don't do the wrong thing. And through this time, there is this sense of the need to connect, but the need to decide. And it's very much a story of self. It feels like very much of, engaging with who you are and what your inner story is, not just who you are day to day. I'm Fred and I go down and I work at the factory, much more depth than that, listening closer. It's about listening in, listening closer, opening up the ears, opening up the senses to who you fully are. And there's a real importance, and the words that I'm getting is marriage to self, marrying yourself, committing to yourself and to the choices that you make and have made in the past. And it feels as though for many of you there's going to be this memory that's like it's going to appear out of nowhere, this memory of something that's like a deja vu, of something that you've already agreed to take part in, and you made a choice either this way or that way, but you've already agreed. So it's about centering this self, which is you, and coming into your divinity and deciding which path you're going to walk. Now it's going to be, I want to say it's going to be hard for many people to make this choice, this decision. It's like we're faced with the utmost extremes here. We're faced with, push the limit to the end, to the extreme, to the utmost of fear, to the utmost of, pain, to the utmost of death. Like we're playing with areas that are extreme here. So to find this inner stillness and this choice and this centeredness at this time is hard when the collective is barging in from every angle, barging in and destroying. It feels like it's the destroying energy. It's interesting because it's like similar things that Spirit has said in the past download. It's like this destroyer. They keep talking about the destroyer that will break hearts and sever hope. And it will seem as though there is no hope. But that's not actually true. It's like it's pushing into the deepest parts of our fears, of our anxieties. And as it so pushes in, it's also opening us to the new path, to the new opportunities that are coming in, but it's certainly conflicted and painful for many. And so within the pain, it's like Spirit, I keep getting this sense that it's like Spirit wants you to talk to them, wants you to expand who you are, wants you to remember who you are here. And as I say here, remember who you are, it's like stop for a moment. Stop all the noise. Turn everything off. All the switches from work, switches from, what you have to do. It's all the switches to fear. This might happen, fear, that might happen. Turn that one off, turn that one off. Turn turn the fear of death off. Turn all of them off. And just feel yourself centered sitting there for that moment. And sense your own self. Sense your own heart. Sense your own divinity here. Sense your own faith in yourself and in others and in the divine. There are so many levels at play, levels at work here. And when you open and recognize how many levels there are, you'll realize there's support coming from places you didn't realize there were. And so with this recognition of self, with this moment, we move in to this new. It's like we've ended this cycle. Like there's this cycle that's coming to a close, and there's a brand new energy that's right there, and we're crossing over. So we're crossing. It's like recognizing this self, and it's like an internal journey. This is external and internal. This journey that I've just described, this journey of experience coming from outside, but it's also very much an evolution of inward momentum, inward recognizing who you are. And as we begin to recognize, we move into this lighter energy. And as we move into this lighter energy, there's a sense of freedom. And there's a strong sense of needing to let go also. Now, some are going to be confronted with feeling like they're not good enough, feeling like they're not worthy, feeling like nothing's worked and it's all a failure and it's all for nothing and it's all broken. But in actuality, this is where the openness will occur. And it's when we get to these final stages of failure, of pain, of death, of the extremes, that we start to break through these fears and these perceptions into where we really are. And as we've pushed so far into these extremes, that we've pushed so far that we're now in them and realizing that they're actually not even what they seemed or what we feared they were. And so as we move into this place, we move through this intensity that we're experiencing as a collective, as individuals, we're met with starting to reclaim our divinity, our ancient selves. And I want to say that the presence of the past elders, the past experience, other times, other lives, are so close now, other wisdoms. And these are accessed within our own bodies, our own memories, our own experiences, but they are also met externally. And I want to say this keeps ebbing and flowing from inward to outward, inward to outward. You know, it's like this flow and this constance of the experience. So within, so without, inward, outward. Moving this way, it's a dance. It's very much shown as a dance that's taking place. And so we are moving into this time where we are met by these divine parts of ourselves and elders, and we're connecting into the next layer of the evolution of our souls and of the existence that we're living in as a collective on this timeline in humanity. And there's beautiful stuff coming. There's so much, I want to say, golden energy. And this golden energy is wisdom. It's so rich, this golden richness that is free from separation, free from protection, trying to protect in situations that don't need it. It's like the protection can be put down. The golden energy is infusing with this red energy of the earth, of the feminine, the masculine, the blend, the merging within all of us that's taking place, an empowering energy of change. And, you know, it's like, look how far we've come. Wow, what a journey, but look at where we are now. And look at the level and the vastness of this new energy. It's here, it's in form, And all of these timelines have come together into this now moment. This moment that we've been waiting for. So as I just feel into if there's anything more to share here in this reading, I'm feeling there's a wish that's being granted. It's like the most dire times on the planet. That it feels like the most intensive times of confrontation, of choice, of all of it that's come in. And we're moving into this beautiful place of like fulfillment, of like our wishes are granted, of like divine energy, a change in the energy, a change for humanity. And yes, it's going to be hard work and very confronting for many of you. But very beautiful. So to really just take the time to get to know yourself and your external surroundings. Taking one step at a time, taking day by day, stopping to feel yourself in the moment, to reflect. As we are moving into a very expanded, amazing time in humanity, in consciousness, on all levels, on every level. Okay, I want to thank Spirit for the reading today, and I hope you've enjoyed what's come through. It's a little bit different than I normally do in the way that I've shared, but it feels like the flow is how it needs to come through today in the way it did. So enjoy and be gentle with yourselves. Take care until next time. Raven Scry signing off.